Good evening. This is the Fort Valley Boys podcast. I'm your host, moderator, Fabian Vicks. My guys will be on with me in just a minute. And on this hot episode, of course, we're gonna talk about week 2 in college football. NFL season has cranked up. I don't know what Mike talking about. Don't go on live, but it's cranked. We got to have a set of professionalism on this show. We got to keep things moving. But we might delve into this Shannon Sharpe fiasco, so that might take up a lot of the show. But I have no words for what happened. I'm still lost. I don't know what's going on. But let's get the show started. Let's go. Hey, yeah. And this is Fort Valley Boys podcast, and we have a couple sponsors we got to get to. Of course, we are on Sundays. We're going to suspend our Sunday shows while football season going on. Wednesdays 9:00, Sundays we do on pop culture and other sports like maybe it's basketball, movies, anything like that. Crazy straws be crazy. Got straws, crazy straws just for men. If you got some green, your beard, trying to get it right. Get your crazy straws, Ryan. That's his jam. We're sponsored by Dax Waving Room. We got some waves, needs waves in your head. Just go ahead and.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us again.
We'll get that red jar. Arizona tea, 99 cents. Drink the whole can. You have diabetes in 43 minutes. There you go. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. BuyANiceShirt.com. Get all your paraphernalia for HBCU or Divine 9. Damon's podcast, Chopping It Up with Damon Randall. Great podcast. Talks all walks of life on there. So just check it out. And our favorite sponsor, Hennessy & Co. Ginger Ale, Crown XO & Co. Those are the dark liquors. Before we get started, I want to talk about some sports with U.S. Open tennis. Serena Sabalenka and Yannick Sinner won the U.S. Open this weekend. Finally had American in the final. Long time since we had Americans in the final and won it. Coco Gauff won, of course, last year for the men. It's been 21 years since a male won a Grand Slam, which was Andy Roddick at the U.S. Open in 2003. Last time American male was in the final was 2009 with Andy Roddick versus Roger Federer at Wimbledon. So congratulations to those guys. Men's tennis is on the come up, but right now the top of that with Alcaraz and Sinner and still Djokovic is still dominating. So it's gonna be hard to break through. You got to catch some breaks, and the Americans kind of did have some breaks to break through, but Yannick Sinner was the better player. Was the better player. I'm just getting off the flight. I rush here. But anyway, with my guys come on. Marcus Freeman is on the chat. What do you do, Mike?
Hey, Fade.
Mike, give us your recap of college football while
one hell of a story. And when I say it again, you on mute, Fade.
I'm sorry. Give us your recap of college football this past weekend while everybody wait for everybody to get on.
It's a good one, yeah. I'll recap. Starting at the top. The top teams did what they were supposed to do. Georgia, Ohio State. I was surprised, but not surprised about the Texas-Michigan game. I thought the game would have been closer since it was in the big house. But either Texas is really good or Michigan is really bad this year, or not necessarily bad, but not the same Michigan type team. Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois. Oh man, they say
I'm not mad.
it's just a part of the progression of being a coach on that level. I think didn't Marcus Freeman lose to Marshall like a year or two ago? I think he did. Last year, 2 years ago. He just can't keep losing them kind of games. USC has looked good. So, I mean, that's pretty much the recap.
Have you heard about this Shannon Sharp thing today?
So supposedly Shannon Sharp was hacked on IG. He was with a chick named Michelle, and they were doing what they do. And
what they do? What they be doing, Mike?
They doing what they do.
What they did? What's that?
I can't say on the air. I'm a professional. But allegedly, the woman name was Michelle that was on there with Shannon Sharp, and it went from there. As long as it wasn't my Michelle, I'm all right.
I know they have an emergency nightcap right now while we're live, and I think it's safe to say nobody is going to be watching our show tonight.
What time it come on?
It's on right now.
I believe Shannon Sharp did that on purpose.
Obviously, I'm embarrassed. Someone that is extremely private, and to have one of your most intimate details, the audio heard for the entire world to hear.
Oh, he did do it.
I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon.
He said he did do it.
On Shannon to be professional at all times, and I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself, not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities, but to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let them call them. I called my sister. My friends, obviously, my friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone. Staged. Came in, I threw my phone on the bed. Engaged in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, you know, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped. I run my accounts, but Jordan being the good Samaritan, the good soldier that he is, Jordan the one that cut it off. Because hell, I didn't even know it was on. That he is, Jordan the one that cut it off. Because hell, I didn't even know it was on. Jordan cut it off. Jordan put the message up. And then after I called my agent, the agency, I called ESPN. After I was like, I just got this good, tell them the truth. I said, I just got to tell them the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, Ocho, see, I don't, man, Unc be lying, Unc lying. Unc ain't lying.
Come on, man.
He sparks hard, Ocho. And, you know,
come on, man.
He sparks hard, Ocho. And, you know, I hit one early this morning.
Come on, man.
In all sincerity, I'm extremely embarrassed
that a very, very private, intimate situation, the audio can be heard. And I'm extremely disappointed in myself. 5 minutes before I came on, phone rings. It's Cat Williams. What's up? The first thing out of his mouth, guess what he said, Ocho?
Oh, wow.
You ain't gay today?
Hey, listen.
I said, man.
Hey,
Said,
listen.
come on, Cat. He's
And this is the funny thing about it. Now you remember all the people talking trash and saying whatever they had to say.
I'm sorry. What
trying
are
to
we
assassinate
watching?
your character, that
Yeah.
you might be this, you might be that.
Huh?
Okay, we got shot on the show. If you haven't heard, Shannon Sharp accidentally went live while he was participating in quarters with a woman earlier today.
Okay, so
Yeah, that. Remember when Paul Pierce a couple years ago got fired for ESPN having a bunch of strippers and stuff on their day off? So you could hear the woman, you could hear her getting beat out.
oh yeah.
You could hear it loud and clear.
Oh my God, it's nothing but smoke out there.
Okay, Shannon. What time was this?
It was today, early in the morning.
In the daytime?
Daytime.
Yeah, that's somebody that's on his staff.
Somebody named Michelle. No, I don't think nobody on staff Michelle. Just somebody might have been, who knows.
Her name was
But,
Michelle. Her name was Michelle?
That what he said, Michelle, yeah.
Nah, he lying.
Yeah, so well,
Okay.
we can say goodbye to ESPN. We can say goodbye.
Yeah, but somebody else will pick him up.
Yeah, something. I mean, CBS fired him. Fox fired him. Who can pick him? NFL Network might not even touch him.
Nah, they're not gonna touch him. But, so you know, again, not to be in nobody's business, but what I'm assuming that he's not getting the sponsorships that he probably would want. And again, I don't mean this in no bad way, because technically he has two jobs, right?
Yeah.
Because he has Shay Shay, and then he has the podcast, he has Shay Shay, and then he was still working for ESPN. So I'm assuming, you know, that if the podcast with Ocho and Shay Shay was doing what it was, you know, not what it's supposed to be doing, because I'm sure it is. If it was doing more, then he probably wouldn't do ESPN altogether, right? I'm assuming. He did
ESPN before he started. He started them both at the same time. He started on Nightcap at the same time he started ESPN, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that if Nightcap was, you know, doing more, and again, I'm not saying what it's doing isn't good.
Yeah.
Then he would leave ESPN all along. Again, it's like you got two jobs. You got your side hustle and you got your company job. And if your side hustle start turning even better, then I'm assuming you would leave the company job. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm only saying that because I would hope that he could turn this into a positive and maybe even get more subscribers to the club Shay Shay and supplement if he's going to get fired from ESPN, because I think ESPN is going to fire him because of the
Disney. It's Disney.
The reputation. Yeah. Disney. Yeah, there you go. Disney. Yeah.
Nightcap has 1.42 million subscribers. So
what is that? Yeah, but how does that turn into dollars? Well, I know how it turns into dollars. I mean, does his sponsors give him more money based on, you know, so like if he get to 1.25 million subscribers, does he get more from those contracts?
Well, I'm thinking is because with Club Shay Shay, because all that Cat Williams took off and all the residuals from the views and the hits and everything, he still gets paid from YouTube for that. And the same thing for Nightcap, because he split those videos up when he did the interview with Cat. He split those up in multiple videos, like specific scenes, like 15-20 minute clips, and each of those got over like 3 to 5 million views, and the main video got close to 70 million views. So he's making money off of all that. As far as the sponsors, I know he got RO. I think he got DraftKings. He got his own liquor. Probably working. I think Olipop, the soda Olipop is a new sponsor they just got. So
I think they have to split them up though, because like I remember the Cat Williams video. I wouldn't have watched it if it was if it wouldn't have been broken up.
It's been too long, wouldn't it? It's been way
segment.
too long.
Huh?
It's been way too long, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like I mean, I don't have an hour and a half. I don't have an hour and a half to watch Cat Williams talk about things that don't relate to me. I mean, I may have 5-6 minutes here and there, but I certainly don't have an hour and a half. So anyway, long time no see, fellas. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey, fellas, when y'all get off, man, y'all text me y'all number because I got a new phone and some kind of way it's done deleted all my pictures and all my contacts. So I ain't got nobody number. So I'll text me y'all number again.
All the pictures?
Man, all the pictures is gone, all my contacts, all that. So I got a upgrade yesterday, but I don't have numbers saved. So y'all just have to send me a number again.
Like all the pictures of all of the services and the people in the congregation and all of that?
Yeah, all of them gone. All of them.
Yeah. Dang.
All of them.
Even the choir rehearsal pictures?
The choir rehearsal picture, I got them on a iCloud, and actually, that's none of your damn business. What I got with my choir director. Okay.
Oh, I ain't say nothing about the director. I just said choir rehearsal.
Well, just leave those pictures. Leave those pictures to the side. Okay. Don't worry about those pictures.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
What note you be hitting? A minor?
Oh boy.
Pat myself on the back.
hey, real quick before we begin, Fade. 9/11 victims, man. I know this is a tough day for people. 23 years ago, this changed the world, and also rest in peace to Atlanta's own Rich Homie Quan. Rest in peace to the legendary James Earl Jones, and rest in peace to the party starter. You make me happy. Frankie Beverly and Mays, man. Well, Frankie Beverly. So, rest in peace to those three them gentlemen. And 9/11, man, it was the day the world changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would tell him, Mike, we might not have nobody watching the show tonight because they're watching Nightcap right now.
Oh, I just looked on Facebook. We already got 50 plays. I guess that's how many times people watch it. So we already at 50.
Let me tell you, I'm so oblivious to all of that, man. I didn't even know what that was. I was watching. I didn't even know that had happened.
Hey, Faye, you should have seen how he was looking. He was looking like he was squinting his eye, like he needed some glasses or something on. He's squinting. I said, man, this Ratio dude, man. This
I was reading the comments because I'm looking like, what is Shay talking about? Like, is he going back to when he was with the Broncos? Like, what are we talking about?
He talked about that time earlier today. He beating somebody out.
What time was this?
Earlier today, like I want to say 11, 12 o'clock his time, which makes about 2, 3 o'clock maybe Eastern.
Hold on, he's in LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you say it happened at what time over here?
When my wife called me about 2:30.
Okay, so that's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, he had that for breakfast, for brunch.
Yeah, had brunch. Yeah.
Okay.
Had brunch. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep, he was with somebody named Michelle. That's who they called him with.
Well, just lay around for Michelle's husband gonna tell you what happened.
Oh.
Because if you over there at 11 o'clock in the morning,
yeah, I don't know what he was doing. And his phone automatically went to IG Live. That don't even make sense.
That don't make no sense. But it would fade down. So I mean, your phone was unlocked.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dang, Shannon.
What show he was supposed to be on?
He was on nobody's show today. He on ESPN on Monday, Tuesday. He usually film for his on Club Shay. He does do some of the interviews in advance and then drop them in. So
that's what I'm trying to figure out. What platform was he on?
He was on IG. He was on Instagram when it went live or whatnot. So
he just went live.
He didn't know. He's saying he didn't know because I mean.
So he put the phone down. He probably had some gum on the desk. Put the phone down. The gum hit the IG live, the live button, and then his followers like, oh, okay, on live, about to tell us something, and
he told something. He told something.
So he told the fans.
Yeah, he told.
He get paid for that. Shouldn't OnlyFans pick him up and drop him a check or something?
Oh my goodness, man.
Like you got to be able to spin this around.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, don't laugh at that, man. Don't laugh at that foolishness, man.
He
Don't
right,
act
though.
like
He
it
right.
don't
He right.
make
He ain't lying. He ain't
Yeah.
lying. He ain't lying.
He might be on to something because he ain't really.
He
they ain't
was
really
on something. You're
seen
right.
him.
He was on something. You're right. He was on something. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
he
on
was on.
something.
Well,
He was also.
he
yeah.
was in something.
He was in it. Yeah. He was in it to win it.
Okay. Anyway, what's the rundown?
Okay.
What's the rundown? Good to be back.
All right, Mike, can't crank it up in college football. Go ahead, crank it up.
Recap of week 2 ratio, what we thought about games in week 2. I think we talked about, the Marcus Freeman was one of the topics. Is the U back? So what was your recap of week 2 of college football?
Okay, so yeah. So Marcus Freeman, they about to drag you. They about to drag you, my guy. Like you know, and I ain't come on here, I ain't come on here to be on what I be on, but there's no you and Tyreek, y'all gonna learn. It don't matter how much money you got, it don't matter how much clout you got. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going with that. Colorado Prime, man. I really respect Prime as a man, as a father, but I think this is starting to get out of hand, and I think certain people, how the meme go, where you start to move away. Remember all those people this time last year was talking about they was getting on flights to go to Colorado games? Where they at? Remember, a Colorado home game was must-see TV. That was like a Super Bowl ticket. I think I remember somebody comparing it to a Super Bowl ticket. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Where they at? Then, do y'all also remember the pre-draft commercial 20-some-odd years ago when they were talking about what are your team needs? And they had David Carr. Remember David Carr from Fresno State under center with no offensive line? When they remember that pre-draft commercial?
Mm-hmm.
That was Shedeur Sanders. And then the ultimate daddy ball, in my opinion, was Deion. Again, I got a lot of respect for Coach Prime, but it's not the time to throw the kids up under the bus, even though they under the bus. You ain't got to throw them up under there. They already under there because they're not good. But if they're not good, that falls on you because you're the head coach. So blaming them, we already see that they're not good, but it was your job to prepare them. You the one.
What did he do?
Huh?
What did he blasted them in a press game?
Yeah, he basically went to the press conference and said, I'm not going to say what was obvious, but this is, I'm not going to throw nobody under the bus as he insinuated that the offensive line was bad, and that was a direct that was directly responsible for Shedeur's 2 picks. They were directly responsible for that. Meanwhile, Dylan Raiola, Georgia, y'all got the inside track to be a national champion, but you can't help but wonder what might be next year if Dylan Raiola would have stayed. That kid is borderline special. He's borderline special already. He got about 37 more games, and then he already 5,000. G.
Don't crown him yet. Now wait a minute. Now he don't play 2 under appreciated or under good teams in Colorado, and I forgot who they played and they got Northern Iowa this week. So let's just wait to crown him until he plays Ohio State or Michigan or Oregon. Let's just pump the brakes.
Well, first of all, my track record with crowning people, with naming people special long before they become special is pretty good. Like, so if I say what I see with my eyes that he's special, then you could take that to the bank. And I'm telling you, the kid is borderline special. Now, if you want to wait another 2 years like we had to do with Bryce Young when he hoisted up the Heisman, so be it. But I'm telling you, he borderline special. End of story. So with that, the U, very, very conflicting game for me. Great game to see my son actually run out there and play, get reps on the field against the hometown team, you know, in a college game. You know, that was really emotional for me. That was a big moment, you know, just for me as a dad. Georgia looks dominant. Jeremiah Smith is as advertised. I remember we had that conversation 3 years ago at homecoming. Jeremiah Smith is as advertised. Ohio State looks good. And did I say Marcus Freeman, they're going to drag you? Did I say that part?
You did.
That part. That's
so what you giving Marcus Freeman? What you? I know Fade ready to fire him now, but what you giving him, Rachel?
As far as
time?
As far as how much time?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give him to the end of the year. This year,
so if Notre Dame goes 7-5, you letting him go?
I'm not letting him go, but I know how Notre Dame, but not I don't know personally, but you know, I can imagine how Notre Dame would roll. Let's again, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but let's not act like, you know, Marcus Freeman is
Michael,
you know, the native son. Let's not act like that. He's not Lou Holtz. He's not Brian Kelly.
Ocho Cinco.
You know, he doesn't have the same leap.
He's making away lie just to prove
we all know that. So losing to Corpus Christi University ain't gonna cut it. Sorry.
I still think they probably can go 9-3, 10-2. And because they ain't in no conference, Notre Dame still can get in that playoff. See, stuff doesn't change now with that 12-team playoff. So you got a little bit more leeway. They just don't lose you don't lose to Northern Illinois. That's the game you got to win.
Bro, that's the spaghetti stain on a white t-shirt. You can wash it all you want. It's there. It's there.
Man. $1.2 million to take an L. Wow. You pay for an L. Pay for that one. Pay $1.2 million North Illinois. How much they pay?
Like, especially in today's game where the 4 and 5 stars are more sure things than what they used to be. Like me and Atwater have been debating this for 15 years, and it's getting to be more and more of an exact science, right? And so when you have a team, there's nobody on Northern Illinois team that can probably even get into too deep at Notre Dame, yet they beat y'all.
But you got to realize something too about college athletics now, especially when it comes to football and basketball and this transfer portal. It's probably a lot of guys on that Northern Illinois team done played at a Power 5 school. I mean, think about it. They probably, I would assume, Rachel, that they got, I say 20 to 25 players transfer. I don't know for sure. I'm just estimating. Let's just say 25. Out of those 25 dudes, out of the 2 deep, probably 20 of them in the 2 deep. So, yeah, you got to realize college sports now, college football, when it comes to the FBS level, a lot of these dudes, when you play these group of 5 schools, it's going to be a little tougher. I'm going to give you an example of that. This weekend, Vanderbilt comes to Atlanta and play Georgia State. And now you're like, why in the hell are we talking about Vanderbilt? That's a prime example of a game where Georgia State's got a bunch of D1 transfer. Georgia State is probably going to upset Vanderbilt. If I had to make an upset pick this week, I would pick Georgia State over Vanderbilt this weekend in Atlanta.
So put that pick in the chat so you could pick Georgia State.
It's in there. That's one of the games of the week.
Cool. So if they were that good, they wouldn't be at Northern Illinois. They would be at Illinois.
They could have been at Illinois dropping down.
Okay, cool.
They could have been 2 or 3 years at Illinois.
Hold on.
Northwestern.
I'm in the wrong chat. My fault. Where my dope producer at?
Anatole, where you at?
Anatole, what's happening? Oh, I see. He said he got an announcement to make.
It's about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, that ain't okay. Well, I got that earlier today. Y'all know this time of year I'm strictly on politics. I ain't watching nothing else but politics. I'm curious to see who the Northern Illinois quarterback is and where he came from. I'm curious to see who that guy is, because that guy beat Notre Dame. He can live till he 85 years old. He beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He might not even be over 6'2", but he beat Notre Dame. Whoever this guy is, he will probably be the next senator, or not the next. He'll probably be a senator in Illinois in another 15 years.
Yeah, I could.
But what makes this game different than when years ago App State upset Michigan, or I think Alabama got beat by a Group of 5 school when Nick Saban first started? A lot of that is when these coaches first get to these programs. Now, this is the problem with Marcus Freeman. He one of us, and this is the second time I think you done lost to a Group of 5 school. Because I think last year, the year before,
lost to Marshall.
Notre Dame got beat by Marshall.
That's his first year.
So that was last year, right?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So you got beat by Marshall.
And Georgia Tech, and Stanford, and lost to Stanford, also.
Well, Stanford is a Power 5 school,
but they're terrible though. They're like a Group of 5 school. They're like a Group of 5 school.
Stanford go to any Group of 5 conference and win it outright. So I can't. When you lose to a Power 5 school, I can't really say too much about that. But you shouldn't be losing to Northern Illinois in year 3.
Right.
I agree. There's nothing to argue about.
Yeah, we're not arguing that. We're not arguing that at all. The question is what they about to do with your behind. That's what we asking.
Let me look at his schedule. Let me look at Notre Dame's schedule.
They should only lose one more game. They probably might lose to USC. They should win everything else. They'll beat Florida State. But yeah, Dylan Raiola looked pretty good this weekend. Michigan got the brakes beat off them. That game was not even close. Alabama looked a little shaky into the fourth quarter. Georgia was Georgia. The U, they play fam, so we know that we knew was going to happen there. But I think the most intriguing game coming up to me is going to be Alabama, Wisconsin. I've been looking to check see the games because I haven't put my picks in yet. But Notre Dame, Purdue, that might be a shaky game right there.
I'm gonna tell you a game that is on the fence. It's a Group of 5 versus Power 5 school, and right now I'm leaning towards picking them. Memphis at Florida State. Mike Norvell taking on his old school.
Yeah, I'll take Memphis. I'll take Memphis on that one.
I have no clue who to go with in that game.
Y'all crazy as hell.
You do know Florida State 0-2, right? You talking about we crazy?
They're not gonna lose to Memphis.
What Memphis record last year, Mike?
I think Memphis went like 10-2, 11-1, something like that.
Yeah, they were 10-3 last year.
Yeah, don't think it's gonna get like you didn't expect them to lose to Georgia Tech. And you damn sure didn't expect them to lose to Boston College. Now they are conference teams, but at the same time, Memphis can beat a lot of Power 5 schools too. So it ain't etched in stone.
Well, we know it ain't etched in stone now, but like stop it.
So you got Florida State automatically over Memphis.
Absolutely.
But Faith, I bet you had Florida State automatically over Tech or Boston College.
I did. But that ain't Memphis though.
You treat Memphis like they some kind of hold though.
Okay.
All right, let's so we'll have our picks. I think right now Anatol's in the lead in our group pick 'em. I think it's on
Anatol and Ratio time.
Yeah, Anatol, he ain't the sole leader.
Pulling it up now. Give me a second.
So the running back that ran for 100 yards on Notre Dame is from Savannah, Georgia. He's a senior. Says he was all-state in Georgia in 2019 as a junior, where he rushed for 1,000 yards. That got to be 1A. But he went to Beach High. That's my sister Vicky Weston High School. Beach High over there I think Penny went to Beach High too.
I think Beach is a 2A school now in Georgia. They used to be like 3A or 4A.
Yeah, he owns the school record in 100 meters with a 10.9. So I know that ain't no more than a 1A school. 10.9. Hell, I can go out there and run 11.9. I'm lying, but still, you get my point. Boy, got the school record with a 10.9, and he out there running for 100 yards on Michigan. Get out of here, man.
That's not good. That's not good.
Hey,
That's
before
what
we go to
people thought he
NFL fade, is Texas, this for you and Ratio. Well, this is my question. Since we got him on the chat, is Miami back, Ratio?
No.
Okay.
No, that was an easy question. I mean, they stomped Florida, but Florida wasn't nowhere. Like this question need to be answered, 10 games from now. Do they look good? Yes. Mario Cristobal has come and changed he's changed the body types. Like when they come off the bus, and Josh Pate from Freight Train on the podcast show, Packy Late Night or something like that. He said it. He said if you strip the jerseys off and put a Georgia jersey on, it look like the same type of player. Now that don't mean all of them top to bottom are the same type of players that Georgia got, but you got some freaks out there. You got some 5-star guys. You got Francis Marioga, who's probably going to be a first-round pick. You got his brother's probably going to be a second-round pick. You got that tight end that's going to be a late first, early second-round pick. The defensive end, Tyler Barron from Tennessee, is a first-round pick, second-round pick. So you got some guys out there that's Cam Ward is a second-round pick, maybe even a first, up and running for the Heisman. So you got some guys out there that's going to compete, and they should win 10 games. Now, hopefully what happened to Notre Dame don't happen to them, but the roster is a totally different roster. Totally different. And they got dogs, folks.
Right now in the standings right now, before we move on to NFL, there's a 4-way tie for first with Atwater, Shot, D. Randall, and Cuzzo. And so 14-5. I'm right behind them with 12-7. Jamon, 11-8. Ryan and Tony, they're under 500 because they ain't picked games in week 1. So they took the L all them game.
Can I just make one more comment, Faye?
Sure, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
The Illinois team, because this is starting to get funny now. The quarterback, the one who was instrumental, the boy, no disrespect to the young man, he from Colorado. He was named All Metro Suburban, All Area, and All State in 2019. All Metro Suburban. Now that's a big deal. That's a big deal, right?
Hey,
All Metro Suburban.
Now, I know high school football all across the country. That is a tough league. That is a real tough league. That has Cherry Creek in it. It has Inglewood, Columbine. All of them are in that league. That's a tough league in Colorado, sir.
Yeah, All Metro Suburban. That must be the Chevrolet League.
And
that's the Kia League.
That's the Denver teams. The Denver teams are in that league.
Right. So, I mean, they probably toss them a few nuggets, but that's about it. So, that's the quarterback and the running back that beat Michigan. I mean, that beat Notre Dame. Go ahead, though. Still waiting on them 4-stars you talking about.
What you talking about, 4-star?
Well, you said, no, you didn't say 4-stars. I apologize. You didn't say 4-stars, but clearly those aren't guys that was playing up and moved down to make this a game. Now, the quarterback and the running back.
Look up their roster.
See
how many transfers they got?
Huh?
See how many transfers they got?
Well, those two right there are 3 or 4 year letterman. They've been there from the beginning. They ain't transferred. So, but go ahead, baby. I ain't mean to hold you up. Let's go.
No, you're good. You're good. Now let's transition to the NFL. We just had a great kickoff weekend where we went from Saquon Barkley showing the Giants, y'all should have paid me my money when I asked for it last season, to Jordan Love was my preseason MVP pick to being, damn it, man, into the Jets doing the Jet stuff. What was your biggest takeaway for the weekend, Mike? And we'll go Shot first, because Shot, we haven't heard Shot in a while. So Shot then, Mike, what was your biggest takeaway for NFL weekend 1?
Shout out to that guy. that big time coach, Bill Belichick. To show people that I think they had the Patriots winning 4 games this year, and they still might win 4 games. But for him to come out and show that when given time, he's still a master of preparation.
He's not the coach of New England no more, right?
Ain't coaching no more.
He got fired.
I feel like Shannon Sharp right about now.
Hey, make him make apology on the air.
Yeah, that's Gerard Mayo. Hold on. I had that queued up. Yeah, shout out to my man Gerard Mayo coming out there with his debut, showing them that he's ready to lead and take following the steps of the great Bill Belichick by delivering a masterful defensive plan, reminiscent of the days that he roamed the middle linebacker position. See how I just cleaned that up? I mean, honestly, though, New England did a great job. Jacoby Brissett, he just won't go away. Atwater, remember we was talking about this dude 13 years ago?
Man,
Goodness gracious. He just won't go away. He from Dwyer High School in West Palm Beach, Florida, and he just won't go nowhere. He done beat out #1 prospects and first-round picks. He just won't go away. He just won't. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett. Tyreek Hill is just fast. Dak and CD got to get on the same page. What they name? San Francisco look the same. They look like they're gonna be back. And Lamar has a Pat Mahomes problem. He's got a Pat Mahomes problem. It's like a rash that won't go away.
Detroit Lions picked up where they left off from last season. They still look like a well-oiled machine. That was a good game too, man. That Rams-Lion game. I think the best game was
6 of the last. When they got the overdrive and overtime, 6 of the 7 plays were run plays. They dominated that overtime. 6.
They look good, man, and that Kansas City Baltimore game was good too. Lamar Jackson is gonna be a problem still. But some quarterbacks that I want to discuss, man, that we gotta see what's up with you. All right, Ratio Godson, it's year 2. It ain't starting off good again. You played the Saints, and you still not looking like you had a maturation from year 1 to year 2. Bryce Young's still not looking good. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's gonna be fine, but he didn't look the greatest. He looked old. He looked old out there Monday night.
Old and rusty.
That's because he is.
Daniel Jones, Giants. It's time to start thinking about another quarterback. It's time. Y'all have invested in this dude. Been in the playoffs one time. It's time to start. Thinking about it. And Kirk Cousins and Justin Fields. Neither one of them really looked good the other day. Now Justin Fields was okay.
He's horrible.
But they you can tell, like, I done been around this and Rachel done been around this when it comes to football and play calling. You can tell that the play calling would dumb it down for him. A lot of his stuff was short throws or one-man routes and just different stuff. But Justin Fields nor Kirk Cousins look good. But it also shows you, too, that you can tell a lot of guys didn't get reps during the preseason. And really, it's going to take 2, 3, 4 games for some guys get going. It really is.
Let me touch on that Falcon game. That offense is a completely different offense what Kirk Cousins had. He had like a version of the West Coast offense when he was in Minnesota and in Washington. And with that offense, he's the one person you could trust to turn his back on the defense with play action. They have him in the shotgun and the pistol, and that's not his forte. And that's the offense they run in. That's not going to fly. They're going to have to make some adjustments for them to try to be successful. Unless they set him up. I don't think they set him up for failure. You paid him a $100 million guarantee, but that offense doesn't fit his skill set.
Who was this?
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins likes to be on the center.
Okay.
So that's just a fact on that one. Philadelphia Eagles, they, despite 2 early picks from Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley actually has a squad around him. He is going to be a problem with that Philadelphia offensive line. They're probably top 3 offensive line. I think Detroit has the best offensive line. and San Francisco. I think they're tied for the best offensive line, and the Eagles right there behind them without Jason Kelce. New England, I think that's what their Super Bowl. They beat the Bengals. I think New England probably win one more game this year. I think they go 2-15 this year. Might win 3, but I don't think they win past 3.
You can tell Cincinnati, man, the Bengals got some in-house issues going on.
Yeah, you got 2 disgruntled receivers. You let Joe Mixon go to the Texans, and he had about 148 yards rushing with the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And if Anthony Richardson can figure it out, he threw that touchdown 70 yards, 70.
Yeah, he got a
Yeah,
gun
but he
on.
can't throw it 10 yards.
Yeah, he got to throw 70. Yeah, got to throw 70.
That's what Herman Boone said. Herman Boone told Sunshine, you could throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 3 feet. Every time I see Anthony Richardson, I think of Herman Boone.
What kind of game did Anthony Richardson had this past weekend, by the way?
Let me pull them stats up. Hold on. Pull them stats up. Y'all continue on. I'll pull the stats up while y'all talking.
I'm not even sure what kind of game he had, to be honest with you.
9 of 19, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns in a pick. 50%.
Not bad though.
But what did he run for? You got to count the rushing yards with him.
Yeah, 6 carries, 56 yards, and a rushing TD. So it counted for 3 touchdowns.
Right, and that's why he's gonna play about 6 games, and they're gonna crack his head again.
My bad. Joe Mixon had 159 yards. My bad. 159 yards.
Killing the fantasy points.
Well, let's do a quick preview to week two games. Yeah, Bryce Young, unfortunately you're on the clock, but you got a team that's bereft of talent. They traded away the talent to pick you, even though they wanted to pick CJ Stroud, and Frank Wright tried to tell him. Frank, this was one instance I say Frank Wright was right.
I love CJ Stroud. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He that guy, especially in the NFL, but
Yeah.
he couldn't do too much with what Bryce Young got right now either.
Nah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And you got to get rid of the owner, but you can't only go get rid of themselves unless they say something racist or they do a Deshaun Watson.
Speaking of him, that's my guy. Deshaun, that's my guy. All the way from Gainesville, Georgia, Clemson University. You took down the big bad Georgia Bulldogs. Man, I love you when you brought Houston back. You are horrible.
It's time to get to work.
It is time to call. It's time to take you out the pasture. I got one word for Deshaun Watson: euthanize.
Yeah, and I think that the year of when all those allegations came out, when they just basically redshirted him that whole year, that just, be honest with you, destroyed him. You should have either cut him or went ahead and trade him. And then Cleveland, I would look at you. You basically built this Texans dynasty. So the Texans should be sending them a fruit basket in December. They should be sending them a fruit basket.
I will say this for Deshaun Watson. Let's wait to see what he does when he get a running game when Nick Chubb come back in about 3-4 more weeks.
It ain't gonna matter. He had a decent running game last year and still didn't do nothing with it. Got a shoulder crack. Still didn't do anything. But at the same time, though, too, this offense is not really his skill set either. Because Stefanski is a West Coast offense. Deshaun likes it open, shotgun, read the field, open, do some pistol stuff, do some RPOs. This offense really is not fit for him, even though he has he had skills. We don't know where it's mental now. I don't think it's physical. I think all this is mental. But it's over. You can't even cut him because he's a $74 million cap hit. So, and you gave all the draft capital, you have to fire the coach, the GM, QB, water boy, water girls.
Like, you ain't got to cut him. You just got to be a little bit like creative, like just rent out the space next to the stadium and call it massage parlor. He gonna go in there, and then you can get your money after that. Like you ain't gotta just cut him. Sometimes you just gotta let nature take its course. Massage parlor. There you
Mike,
go.
Yeah, Mike. Let me ask you this: is there going to be a happy ending for Watson in Cleveland?
It's always a happy ending for Watson in Cleveland. What are you talking about?
Fade, you set that up too. Set that up, Fade.
It's always a happy
You
ending.
It really did.
Hey, my boy Fade looking like J Kidd out there with the assist. He throwing it up.
Yeah, you set that one up, Fade.
Like D Wade LeBron.
Listen, you just threw a lob to Ratio. I'm talking about from half court. And when let me tell you what you did. Ratio, when you throw somebody a lob, they be pointing up to throw that lob. Ratio was pointing up, and you lobbed it perfectly. Good job. Good job. Way to go.
You knew it was coming, right? Because he said coming. He said coming.
He's stealing money.
All right. What before we get off the show, like Deshaun did it, them 24 women got off.
And while we talking about it, they got an allegation out on him now, I think.
Yeah.
Amen.
Did you read what he did though? What he allegedly did?
I ain't heard about this. Hey man, ain't nowhere in the world Deshaun Watson went out and done something after he had all them allegations.
No, that happened at the same. That happened the same time. That happened in that same time frame.
Same time.
Yeah, same time frame.
Oh, okay.
And they just not coming out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think, to be honest with you, he has one lawsuit that wasn't settled from the 24, and this is one that just came out. Woman wanted to go, he asked the woman out, didn't feel comfortable about meeting him in public, so have dinner at her house. He's belligerent when he couldn't find where she lived at. When he got there, she went to the restaurant, came out, he butt naked on the bed, told him to rub him down.
Sure, why did you that mess up?
Hold on. What's the problem? He was pressed for time.
Hey, go on, Fade. Go on, man. Do not throw another pass to dude.
Yeah, I'm about to put it.
Like, he's Deshaun Watson. They don't need to introduce. You know, I saw a guy in the grocery store today. I swept for the cross. Guy in the grocery store today. Pretty young girl. She was standing by the little meat section. Ironically, she was looking for meat. And so he walked over there. He started talking to her. I'm just saying, you can't make this up. It just flow like that. She was standing by the meat section looking for meat. He walked over, and I could see it from an old man, young man. He was trying to get to know her. Deshaun Watson, like, you already know me. So let's skip the formalities. I'm not bringing my expensive sports car to the front to your house to go in there so I can get to know you so we can small talk. He's not doing that. He probably walked in there, put on some R. Kelly, keys to ignition, you know what I'm saying, and lay it on the bed with the oil.
Fade, please go on. Please, Fade. You just keep throwing this dude laws, man.
I didn't throw that one. He did a coast to coast on that one. I ain't touched that one.
He was in the meat section though.
Yeah. so I guess they were Arby's then, huh? So I guess
real.
Oh man, this don't make no sense, but these dudes are idiots, man.
Okay, let's get the last one off, like Deshaun did.
See? See what I'm talking about, man.
Okay. For real, last one. Which game you looking forward to this weekend, guys? I'm gonna start with Rashad, then Mike, then we out of here.
Oh man, I don't even know who playing this weekend, bro. You gotta come back.
Let me I'll present. I got the schedule up. I'll make it a little bit bigger when you so you can see it. But Mike, we'll go to Mike and then we'll come back to you, Shaq.
Okay.
I think that Lions and Buccaneers game gonna be pretty good, man. Baker versus Jared Goff. I think that's gonna be a pretty good game. And I'm curious to see what the Falcons do Monday night against the Eagles. See if they can bounce back.
Okay. I got two. I got two games. I got the Dolphins, Buffalo at Miami.
Yes, tomorrow night.
You know, Miami. This will be 2 games in 4 days for both of them. But Buffalo has to get on the road, so it advantage Miami. And if Miami can go 2-0 after looking real bad on Sunday, then that'll be a big deal. And let's see what Josh Allen is about. Like, you don't have Stephon Diggs. Like, they keep trying to put you in the Pat Mahomes category without you actually doing Pat Mahomes type things. So you don't have the Stephon Diggs. You got a rookie wide receiver in Keon Coleman. You know, decent tight end and an okay running game. Kind of like what Pat Mahomes had 3 years ago when Tyreek Hill left. Although he did have a better tight end, a much better tight end, maybe even the greatest tight end ever played the game. So, you know, I give him a little leeway for that. But let's see if Josh Allen can actually earn some of the accolades everybody keep giving him. You know, and then my next one would be Cincinnati at KC. Like you said, y'all got issues over there in KC, and you're gonna have to fix it quick. Pat Mahomes is not the person to be trying to fix issues. So that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be.
And they look good the other night, man. They look like they already in mid-season form. They look good.
Believe it or not, they didn't look good. They didn't look all that great to me.
Yeah, they did. I'm talking about the offense and how it's already flowing, man. They look good.
Wait till you get Marquise Brown back. You get Marquise Brown back. You talking about speed and it's a little everything in the middle.
Xavier Worthy is so fast. Niggas fun.
Yeah, my game nobody's saying it, but Chicago and Houston. We got Caleb Williams versus CJ Stroud. We got 2 good defenses. That's on Sunday night. So that's a game I'm looking forward to. And watch out for this sneaky game right here. Baltimore can go 0 could be 0-2. Baltimore could be 0-2. Look out for the Raiders Baltimore game. It's a 1 o'clock game. It's a 1 o'clock win on CBS. Just look out for that game right there. Falcons going 0-2. So everybody just go ahead and get mad at me now. Falcons going 0-2.
Yep.
Hey, before we get out of here, I just want to say on last night's presidential debate, I didn't watch 1 second of it. There's nothing, and I repeat, nothing Vice President Harris could have said wrong that would make me think or choose any different on her being the next president. I didn't have to watch it. Presidential debates are for people that are on the fence, and I'm not on the fence. So there's nothing she could have said, done, whatever. I've heard different reports from the show. Harris and Waltz, 24. Bottom line.
That's facts. I don't need something else. I don't need to add nothing to that.
Yeah, I agree. I disagree with you, but I understand where you're coming from. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning watching it like it was the NBA Finals. I watched every reaction, you know, all of that. But you know, we ain't got that kind of time because we got to get out of here. But Harris Waltz, 2024. I'm with you.
So I mean, in your opinion, you think she did well? Did she outdo Trump in your opinion?
You know, so without, you know, getting myself in trouble, I actually don't even like to associate myself with people that are even considering voting for Donald Trump. He's a bigot, he's a racist, and my man Ply said it best, and so I don't want to take credit for something that he said. But for the black men and women in the United States, but in particular black men, like, look at your daughter or your niece and tell her that you can't do the impossible in this country, because people like yourself will be the ones that hold you back. For the black men that are literally trying to vote for Donald Trump because I want to know her, like, that's not what the people from the Caucasus Mountains do. That's not what they do. But now we want to hold her to a high standard, or some people can't fathom the fact that a black woman, you know, might be president, but a black woman led your household. A black woman brought you here and nurtured you till you was 18. For some of y'all, even longer than that. And for some of y'all still doing that, but you don't want a black woman to be president. So look at your daughters, look at your nieces, look at your little cousins and say, you can't do the impossible in this country, because people like me will try to hold you back. That's all I got. And the man did say one, he didn't even use a number last night. Donald Trump did not use a number last night. He said big, greatest, if,
Many.
Never said a number. Never used a number because he ain't got no number.
I don't know if he know the numbers. I
Right.
don't know if he knowing it.
Well, I'm gonna come up with a plan if I get elected. Like, come on, Atwater, you a supervisor. You're not gonna hire no coach to tell you the plan once they get hired. I need to know your plan before I think about hiring you.
True.
But that's it, you know. That's it. It's been real. We got to get out of here.
All right, man.
All right, guys. We see y'all next week. We out.
I ain't hear your thought, Fade. What you got?
Oh, I ain't need to add nothing else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be Kamala, La. Don't matter. Kamala, 24.
Hey, so check this out. When he says she's unintelligent, like this is a black woman that graduated from Howard University, one of the most prestigious HBCUs around. So when he says that she's unintelligent, what do you think he's saying about other people in other HBCUs? Because he doesn't think she's intelligent and she graduated from an HBCU. Now, somebody may say, "Shot, you reaching." That's derogatory. That's a derogatory comment.
That's derogatory, and you're putting down people that have attended a HBCU.
Right.
You're not just offending women, but you're defending the HBCU nation.
Exactly.
Howard, FAM, Fort Valley State University,
exactly.
Morehouse,
Darton College,
Clark,
exactly.
You're Grambling. You are degrading the entire HBCU nation when you talk about her not being uneducated.
So you know, again, what happens if every time I saw you, I called you Macau or Fabian or Horatio? Like, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. If every time you saw me, you intentionally not pronounce my name correctly, that's disrespectful. As men, we know how at some point how we deal with disrespect. So when you consistently, purposely not pronounce my name right, that's disrespectful. So why would I, as a black man, allow you and be okay with you disrespecting somebody that looked like my mama? You know, but, so forget politics. Forget politicians gonna screw you over regardless. I'm gonna let the one that screwed me over look like me, because the ones that didn't like me been doing that. They've been doing that. We had Reaganomics. We went to war looking for weapons of mass destruction and never found those. We did that. So if I'm gonna get screwed over, let me get screwed over by Aka, because I done been in some apartments and seen some of them frogs. I'm gonna get screwed over by something familiar. That's the way I look at it. But trust me, you got some black men, they can't stomach this. Some of them y'all call friends.
True.
Woo, touch the nerve.
Yep. Well, you hit one then. We out, man.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Yep.